Why haven't you started your podcast, your blog, or your email newsletter yet? Or you've started it, but you aren't consistently publishing. That's where I am right now. I've had the best of intentions for years, but I've struggled to consistently publish. Welcome to the Brassy Broadcast. I'm Jen Eads, the head broad in charge. And this is where things are going to get ugly. But we're going to work through this together in this episode and get you on the path to publishing or getting your big project out into the world. If you have a vision you're struggling to bring to life, or a project that you haven't started or moved forward in production, this is the episode for you. And if you know someone that is feeling stuck, share this episode with them. Don't be stingy. Your friend could change the world. They just need a kick in the pants to create some forward momentum. Be that kick. As a musician that has played covers of other artists' songs for years, I love to mash them up. It keeps it interesting for me and fun for the audience. So this episode is kind of a mashup of two books that I've been immersed in recently. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, which I'm currently reading, and Traction by Gino Wickman, which I've been revisiting as I try to figure out what the hell I need to do to bring my vision to life in 2023. Traction is written more for business and large organizations, but there are practices I find helpful as a one broad business and creative professional. I highly recommend both books. Let's start with The Obstacle is the Way. In the preface, Ryan Holiday quotes Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Quote, "Our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions or dispositions, because we can accommodate and adapt. The mind adapts and converts to its own purpose the obstacles to our acting. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." End quote. If this quote immediately made you think of The Mandalorian, I need you to let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram or LinkedIn. I was getting strong Mando vibes from that. Is Mando a Stoic? Well, there are definitely some parallels. We may explore this further in a future episode. And now, from Chapter 6 of Traction. Your ability to succeed is in direct proportion to your ability to solve your problems. The better you are at solving problems, the more successful you become. End quote. Your unresolved issues are holding you back, and these obstacles are the way. You've got to face them and work through them if you want to succeed. I know what my vision is for this year. It's to help more people live their purpose by showing them how to create impactful podcasts that put them into the ears, heads, and hearts of their audience. I know my current clients and potential clients struggle from many of the same issues that I struggle with myself when it comes to creating podcasts or any other content or creative projects. By identifying my own issues and working through them, I will be better equipped to help my clients do the same. The obstacle is the way. The first step is to be honest with yourself and make your list of issues. I've made mine, and I'll review it again and probably add to it. In a weird way, having this list actually sparks some hope for me. By identifying and naming what has kept me from succeeding in the past, I know where to focus my energies in the present. What is holding you back? Is it coming from within you or from outside? What are the issues on the list that you can control? Do you have people or resources that can help you resolve these issues? Wickman says that solving our issues consists of 3 steps. 1, identify. 2, discuss. 3, solve. Well, that sounds simple enough. Here's how this looks for me. And he covers it in way more detail in the book. So I highly recommend you get the book. So make your list and then talk it out. One thing I've learned in 22 years of being together with my wife is that the problem I say I'm having or the reason why I might be in a bad mood is usually not the actual root cause of my problem or cranky troll behavior. She asks questions, a lot of questions. So many that I sometimes lovingly refer to her as Hannibal Lecter because she asks so many questions. But we peel back the layers and eventually get to the root of the problem or the bad mood. So even though you've made the list of issues as you see them, make sure you're discussing them. If you're a solo act like me, run it past your trusted advisors that will question you and make sure what you think is your issue is really your issue. Or at least run it past one person that isn't you, that will question you. And if you don't have this person or this group of trusted advisors, this needs to be at the top of your issues list. I have worked through more issues and made more progress this year than any other because I have this group of advisors. They don't have the emotional baggage attached to my issues that I have, so they can help me look at them from a different perspective and give unbiased wisdom and feedback. Okay. You've identified your issue, you've talked it out, now it's time to solve it. Make a decision if a decision needs to be made. Come up with a process or a game plan to solve your issue, and then get to work. Now, to bring it back to the idea that the obstacle is the way, what have you learned from identifying, facing, and overcoming your own obstacles that you can use to help your clients or your audience? I would love to hear how you have resolved some of your biggest issues of the past year. Message me on LinkedIn or on Instagram at Brassy Broadgen. Instagram is my jam. That's where I'm sharing my adventures in creativity, podcasting, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If you need help working through issues that you've identified that are podcast related, book a consulting session with me. I would love to help. I'll have a link in the episode show notes. Thanks for listening. Now get out in the world and do some good.